What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. Welcome back, my friends. We are here for another weekly recap on Sunday. Thank you again for giving me your time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and recap all the trades from this week. It was a short week, but definitely a very profitable week, about $3,900 in profit, 78 points. I'm going to walk you through all the setups, and we're also going to take a live look at the markets right now. And just a little sneak peek right now with the markets. We did have a big gap down here, and we are selling off pretty hard after hours. This is something we need to keep an eye on going into tomorrow. And this is something crazy that I told you guys on over the weekend, on Sundays. That's when the market gets manipulated a lot of the times. And only with futures can you get in and get out. So that's why I love trading futures. All right. So we'll get to this, but let's step right into the war zone right now. And let's get right into it. So first and foremost, who do we have in the building? RDT with the 199. Sincerely appreciate all that you do, brother. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you. And Jason Campbell, welcome to the Trading Wars Army, my brother. Gary, Tanla, Andy, Calmeen, Breaks, Trading Wars Army. Hush Puppies, STK, Trading Wars Army. Todd, Trading Wars Army. Shannon, what's going on? Jim, Trading Wars Army. Gus, Anthony, D. Robinson, Jamie, Peter, Blaze, Anthony, Trading Wars Army. Corey, J. Villa, Gabriel, Reggie, Becky, Shin, Trading Wars Army. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wesley, Trading Wars Army. Jan, Trading Wars Army. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So hit me with a 1 if you had a good Thanksgiving holiday week. Hit me with a 1 if you enjoyed your American beautiful holiday. And what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm actually going to start off with Tuesday. So there was only 4 trading days. There was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday market was closed, and Friday was a half day. So really 3.5 days of trading. Okay. So I'm going to start off with Tuesday, and I'm going to come back to Monday because with Monday we had a flat day. Something really interesting happened on Monday. So I'm going to leave that till the end. So let's go ahead and start off with Tuesday. So I'm just going to hit the replay right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the chart ready. So we're going to go ahead and draw our high right there and our low right there. And we're going to go ahead here and we're going to go and also get our long trigger, which played a big role on Tuesday. So that was the 22nd. I'm also going to be going through Interactive Brokers today with you guys. Got the paper account open right here. So I have a good fun packed stream for you guys. All right, so let's go back into the Discord. Let's get the trigger trades right here. So this plan was for the 22nd. Let me just make sure I have the right date. So the 22nd. So here we go. Trading plan for the 22nd. Our long was 395.50. Okay, so I'll go ahead and draw that out. 395.50. Here, 395.50. That seems a little bit too deep there. Did I get the right date? SPY futures trading plan, November 22nd. Yeah, that looks right. Oh yeah, so sorry, my high and low was off. That's why I was like, this looks weird. There's the high. Okay, there we go. And here we go. Here's my green, and that's my long trigger. All right, so our chart is marked up. We do this every day before you go into the market. You want to have the previous day's high, the low. If you're using triggers, mark your triggers out. And then what I usually like to do is let the first 3-minute bar play, okay? I rarely ever do anything before the first 3-minute bar unless I get filled off of a trigger. All right, so here's the first candle. So you could see right here, guys, what type of open is this? So let's talk about this first. Let's talk about the psychology. Let's talk about everything with this first candle because it tells us a lot. So the first thing we have here, guys, is clearly a gap up. So you can see we're opening above the previous day's high and the previous day's close. So just look at this candle right here back on the 21st, which was Monday. We could see here that this was probably an algorithm, right? So if I take this rectangle here, we could see right there, look at the size of that wick. That's probably an algorithm, right? The retail is not going to move the market like that, okay? So if you're this algorithm here, how are you going to be feeling on Tuesday morning? You're going to be feeling profitable, right? And one of the things we see a lot with gap ups in the current market environment is we usually fill the gaps. We come down, we sell off a little bit, we profit take, okay? Because anybody that swing trade or held this overnight, when we gap up like this, sometimes there's going to be profit taking. So with that, we're also, if we look back to the left, we could also see a potential area of resistance here as well. So we have a lot of factors going into this first 3-minute candle. So what is one of the go-to setups we like to use with volatility? What is one of those setups? Opening range breakup. Very, very simple. Okay, so that's what we love to do. When we know there's a high likelihood of volatility, we like to take the first 3-minute bar or 5 or 15. But personally, I like the 3-minute. And we do an opening range breakout. So how do we do an opening range breakout? So just take your 2 lines again and just put them on the high and low of that first candle, like so. Okay. So now you have your first 3-minute range as well. So go ahead and let's zoom in now. All right. So here we go. So let me just go into the Discord and I'll walk you through the live commentary as well. So I do live commentary every single day, guys. So this was the 20 seconds. So 10 minutes to open. Who's ready? Our long trigger is 395.50. Let's also keep an eye on this at the open in conjunction with the orb. So my whole game plan right there, guys, at the morning was looking at the fact that we could have this opening range breakout that could potentially go straight into our trigger. And that's exactly what happened. But I'm already thinking that's a possibility. Some profit taking into our opening range breakout. So you can see right here, we did a short opening range breakout right here, guys, at 932. So literally right off of the open, when that first candle closed. So this one filled, I don't know why I don't, oh, there's the timestamp, 933. Okay, so 933, once that candle closed, we got filled short. So let me walk you through. So here's the low that we're watching right here. Okay, so we go in, boom, breaks down right there, pushes through. And what I like to do is take the Fibonacci on the candle itself like this. And what I like to do, guys, is I like to scale out on the 272 and 50. Okay. Right after that opening range breakout, we also had this morning leg Fibonacci. So let me show you how that works as well. Okay. So let me just get rid of all of this. So we can clearly see here, guys, we have a high and a low. The market made a directional push to the downside. So how do we take advantage of that with the fibs? We take our fib from the high to the low like this. I'm going to double click and I'm going to go ahead and put this on basic settings. So just your 618. And you're going to see, guys, we filled our 618 on the next candle and we sold off. Boom. So this day, Tuesday, was actually the best day of the week. All the setups worked extremely clean on Tuesday and it was a home run day. So I'll walk you through. So we had the orb into the 618 Fibonacci and that came down immediately, guys, went to our long trigger. Okay, so for those first 2 plays, the opening range breakout went for 6 points and the morning leg Fibonacci went for 6 points as well. So let me go to the Discord and I'll show you how we draw the fibs on Tuesday for real time. All right, so right here, this was the 22nd, okay? So you can see right here, guys. So this was the same candles that I was just drawing up for you guys. Let me just make sure I'm on the right date, 22nd of November. Yeah, okay. So this is just a look on the 5-minute, okay? So we came in here and then you can see retesting the 618. So at 937, we got filled, massive home run, very quick 618 short this morning. So this is how it looks on the 3-minute. And if we flip over to the 5, that's how it looks on the 5, okay? But like I said, I love to start off with the 3-minute chart first whenever we have that orb potential. So 6 points on the orb, 6 points on the morning leg. And then we came right into the long trigger, which was this green line. And then check this out. Oops, I don't want to delete that over here. So we get filled on the long trigger there. And then from there, guys, we put in an inside bar. So not only did we touch the long trigger, but we also had candlestick confirmation. So the confirmation was an inside bar. What is an inside bar? It's a pattern of sideways action. So you could see after this big selling, we started to go sideways. So that's a sign that potentially the momentum can shift. And not only did we start to go sideways, but we filled the gap. So we had a lot of confluence. We had the long trigger, we had the inside bar, we had the short completed, okay? And then from here, we got in long right here on this long trigger, and we rolled that straight back up. Okay, so let me just fast forward. Right there, guys. That one was the home run trade of the week. So I would say Tuesday was a perfect day. And it was really, 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 really clean. So we had the opening range breakout, 6 points, morning leg fib, 6 points. The long trigger, guys, was a home run. It went for 53 points. All right, 53 points. Pretty crazy. So in total on the day for Tuesday, 65 points, $3,250. And I really want to emphasize this. It only takes one good trading day to pay for your month or for your week in the market, right? One day can be that day that you hit so hard that you're good for the month. You're good for the, sometimes you can hit so hard, you're good for the year, right? And this was one of those days. So let me go back to the 5, and I'm just going to fast forward here so I can show you guys. Boom. All right. So there was Tuesday, opening range breakout, morning fib, long trigger. That went straight in, guys, all the way. It just literally went vertically for the rest of the day. All right. So hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. So the price action was pristine. I don't remember there being a day this clean in November. I don't think there was. I think there was a day or two in October, which was pretty good, but nothing like this. So, and this right here, guys, is what I call the triangle system. So that's basically the triangle system. The opening range breakout, the fibs, and the triggers. Those 3 trading strategies I've proven to myself through back testing and investing my real money that they're profitable over time. That's why I only trade them. And what I like about them, they're non-subjective. Opening range breakout is the first 3-minute bar. That's it. Nobody can dispute that. It doesn't matter if Flo, Joe, or Mo. Opening range breakout, the first 3-minute high or low. Whichever side breaks, you go. You don't have a bias. The long trigger, we always posted the night before. The only thing that takes a little bit of learning is the Fibonacci. But once you draw it out a few times, it's going to make sense, right? And that's why we always draw them in the Discord, so we have evidence that we're actually doing it instead of talking about it in hindsight, okay? And I also wanted to mention real quick, some people have been asking me about this. So this is Gary, my younger brother. This is his Twitter account. And every single day he posts the gain and losses that he does on the Fibonacci from his small account challenge. So for those of you who have been following Gary's journey, last year, July, I taught him candlesticks. He didn't have any idea what a candlestick was. Like literally no idea. Okay. A student basically just trying to get by. He hated school. So I tried to teach him something that I was interested in, and I had no idea that we would get to this point. Okay. But every single trade, 456 trades have been documented on this channel. So make sure you follow it. Every single winner, every single loser. You can see we've been on a pretty big winning streak, but definitely there's losers there as well. And this is going to really help the small accounts. So follow this TW Derry. I'll link it right now. And the other thing that's really important is next. So at the end of this year, in January, I'm going to interview Derry, and we're going to walk through all of his trades and how he was able to grow his small account. So hit me with a 6 if you think that's a good idea. You guys interested in that? So I'll probably, one of the Sunday videos I will get rid of, and I'll do an interview instead. Yeah. All right. So that's Tuesday. Orb, morning leg, long trigger. Let's go on to Wednesday now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to hit the replay on Wednesday. So same thing. Let's go ahead and draw the previous day's low right there, and then draw the previous day's high right up here. And let's go ahead and find our long trigger for Wednesday, which was the 23rd. So we'll go ahead into the triggers. And the 23rd, our long entry was 399.58. Okay. So 399.58 right there. All right. So let's go ahead here and let's get into the price action now. Okay. So I'm going to go back into the Discord and I'll walk you through what we did. Also hit Oracle for anybody that's trading stocks with me. We have a stock room, Oracle, $2,905. We could talk about that one. Let me throw that on the list because I know a lot of you have actually contacted me and said that you trade stocks and you want me to talk about that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll talk about Oracle a little bit later. So I'll just put that over there. All right. So let's go. The live commentary on Wednesday. Good morning, friends. Our long trigger is 399.58. It looks like we may fill right at the open, so be ready. So how do I know that? So in the morning, on your chart, futures will be trading. So you see how futures is trading right now? You see how futures is a gap down, okay? It gap down and it's trending downwards. So if this continues, tomorrow the stock market will gap down. All right? Do you guys understand that? That's something important. Hit me with a 2 if that makes sense. Futures is open right now, and it's open after hours during the week. Okay? And we're trending down. We're gapping down right now. So tomorrow morning, when you come to SPY, we're going to be gapping down if that continues overnight. So the same thing happens every single day because the futures market is open after hours. So coming into the open, I saw that we're hovering right on our green line, which is our long entry. Okay. So that's what I was telling everybody. Looks like we're going to fill right away. So be ready. So we got filled literally at 9:30. So you have to have your order before the market opens. You put your order in. Okay. So you can do that by doing stop limit orders. Good to cancel. And I can show you guys that on Interactive Broker right after this. Okay. So from here, what we had, the first candle, I'm going to go ahead here on the 3-minute chart. We filled right at the open. And this is what I want to see on a long trigger at the open. So when we get filled on a long trigger at the open or a short trigger, it needs to move right away. If it doesn't move right away, there's a big chance that you are going to be getting flipped on, meaning it's going to go against you. So I was very, very cautious. The first candle, you could see we opened below the long trigger, we filled it, and then we shot right up. So that's when I said, I'm comfortable there. I feel confident. And as soon as we shot up here, I moved my stop loss to break even right away. Because the other thing that can happen is to shoot up and shoot back down because the open is very volatile. So we go ahead, we get filled, lock in some profits, move the stop loss to break even, and then we squeeze pretty high up on this one. So that one went for 18 points. Really, really nice long trigger. The trigger is really, really paid this week. After that, guys, we had this Fibonacci from low to high. We had the afternoon leg. So I'm going to show you the afternoon leg right here. Right. So continue. Afternoon leg. So you just keep moving your anchors. Okay. So the afternoon leg came in right there. So you could see that we sold right through. So the fibs in the afternoon on Wednesday did not work in terms of the afternoon leg. You can see when we touched the 618, it didn't even hold. It just went right through. It tried to save right here. This is around the 786, but unfortunately it came all the way back down and stopped up. And this one was a little bit painful because after it stopped out, it went right back up. And that's something that happens. But you always need to have your stop loss there for protection because, so you could see here, guys, right? So you see after we got stopped out, the thing just went up like crazy. But this could also go the other way. So if you don't have a stop loss and this candle comes in down here, you'll be bankrupt. So that's why we just honor the stops. And don't let that affect you. That happens to me all the time. You know, at least once a week, you're going to have something like that happen. So just be prepared for it. So overall, the long trigger went for 18 points from this green line. Afternoon leg was minus 10 points. So that's a pretty big loser for a fib. Usually we're able to protect, but this one, there was no protection. It just came straight down. So we lost 10 points on the afternoon leg. So our net is about 8 points, $400 on Wednesday. Not bad for a short week. All right. And we did do one more trade. It's called the sequence leg in fibs. I'm just going to show it to you briefly. And this is not for beginners, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but we will be discussing the sequence leg Fibonacci in some more videos coming up in the future. But just to give you a little bit of a taste. So we identified that there was an algorithm right here off of this candle. We could see with a very large wick. So all we did from there, guys, we took our Fibonacci from this anchor and brought it up to this high right here. And then we ended up taking this 618, which popped right back up for a big winner. Okay. So this was on Wednesday, the 23rd. So let me just go ahead and show you guys the profit on that one. 1 second. I'm just going to go show you. Derry took that trade actually. All right. So let me just go ahead and show you. So the sequence leg, I don't want any of you guys to worry too much about it right now. So this was the sequence leg right here. So you can see that was the algo wick. That's the anchor, the high 618. $595, one full contract, $2.15 commission each way. Not bad. Okay. So that was pretty good. So hit me with a 5 if that makes sense for Wednesday. Yeah. So let me just talk quickly. I have a Discord member that has been asking me about the position size tool. So let's go ahead and just look at that. So let's talk about this position size tool. So there's your tool right here. Okay. So let's say you're getting long on this long trigger right here. Okay. So you put your entry on the actual line that you're going to get in. So you can double click here. Just make sure that your coordinates. So my entry was 399.58. All right. So in this situation with the trigger, right, our stop loss was 398.19. So I can double click here and I can put in my stop loss as well, 398.19. Okay. So that's the main things you need to have, the entry and the stop. As you move your target, you'll notice your risk to reward ratio will go up, right? Obviously, because you're making more or less of your risk. Okay. So now over here, account size, risk, and this section here. So you can ignore the lot. This is not important, right? You don't have to put this in the account size part. You have to put in the risk. The risk it'll automatically calculate the amount of shares you can buy with this risk. So let's say you want to risk 200 bucks. Okay. So if you're going to risk 200 bucks, it says you need to buy 143 shares. So if you buy 143 shares, you enter at 399.58. If it stops you out at 398.19, you will lose $200. That's what it automatically calculates the quantity for you. It's just math, right? The account size. So the only reason you put this in is because it'll tell you. So if you get to this target, let's say this is your target, your new account will be 1,351.08. And if you lose, your new account size will be 800. So it automatically calculates that for you. All right. Hit me with a 4 if that makes sense. So I had a brother in the Discord that was asking about that. So I hope that makes sense. That's how you use the position size tool. And obviously, if you get a tighter stop loss, your risk to reward will dramatically increase. And that's what we like to do. Start off with the triggers. I start off with a wide stop loss. And then I immediately, like a lot of the times, like in this particular situation, I can go to break even right away. And if I go to break even right away, I have a risk-free trade. And that's what we're trying to do, is find a way to decrease the risk on the trade. All right. So let's go ahead here and we'll go to the last day, which was Friday. Okay. So on Friday, I didn't take any orbs. I didn't take any triggers. I didn't take anything like that. But there was a pretty solid Fibonacci play that Gary took in the room with the Fibonacci members. So let's go ahead and let's do this again. So go ahead here for Friday. So we'll go ahead and mark our low, mark our high. Here we go. And for some reason, we're at 23 minutes. I'm talking too much. Here we go. First 5-minute bar came in, red bar. Okay, we're opening inside of the range. So we don't have a clear direction right now. It's not like a gap up or gap down. The second bar comes in, very bullish. We go ahead and we take out the high of the first 5-minute bar. So once we had that right here, guys, once we had this new high, we went ahead and drew the fib from the low to the high. And one of the things we like to see is if the high or the low of the candle gets taken out, then that tells us there's strength on the other side. So we came, the first 5-minute bar was red, but the next one took that high up. Once that happens, we can draw a fib. All right, so let me go ahead here to the Fibonacci right here. So this was on Friday. So currently, so we were watching the short right here, and then you could see new high. Hopefully we can get some clear direction off of this. So this was the second candle that I just showed you. So all right, looking for our morning leg, 618 filled long. So the very next candle came back and tagged that 618 right there. And then from there, boom, we shot right up. Really, really nice. See that? Okay, so there's our 618. We shot right up, hit our targets. Really, really nice. And then you could see even the afternoon leg right here, 618, 618, all 618s. So we could see that on that Friday, it was a half day, but there was still a good opportunity. So the morning leg, 5 points, Fibonacci, 5 points, 250 bucks with futures. Not bad. Not a bad way to go into Thanksgiving weekend. Okay? So pretty good. So there we go. So there was Friday. Just a straight Fibonacci day. Hit me with a 7 if you're following me. Everything good? Now I'm going to go back to Monday. Monday was the only day which was a little bit sad. And here's the thing. Here's Monday right here. If you let, one bad day ruin your week, you'll miss out on all the opportunities that there are. Because you could see on Monday, so I'm going to show you guys on Monday. Get rid of all of these. So on Monday, we pretty much finished flat, but the very next day, we hit a home run, okay? So let's talk about that for a second. How many times have you had a bad trading day and the next day you gave up and you didn't take the same trades that you took the day before? Hit me with a 4 if that sounds familiar. It's happened to me all the time when I first started trading. You think you figured everything out. You come to the market on a Monday, especially Mondays, extremely excited. You learned your new RSI divergence trading strategy. And somebody on YouTube told you that it's a 98.9% win rate. Okay? That's typical what I see all the time. And I used to be that person. So you found your holy grail, 98.9% winning strategy, RSI divergence. You come in on Monday and you get destroyed. Okay? You get destroyed, or you go break even, or you just don't make any money. And then the very next day, you're like, you know what? I'm going back to something else now. And then that next day is the day that all the strategies that you put your time and effort to learn pop, right? And obviously we don't do RSI and all that crap here. We just focus on really unsubjective strategies, orbs, triggers, keep it simple, right? But that's exactly what happened on Monday. On Monday, there was all this madness, okay? So let's talk about Monday. And if we don't go through that hiccup on the first day of the week, we don't get the gains for the rest of the week. There's 5 days in trading on short weeks, 4, 3 days, whatever. The fact is you always have another chance to come back the next day. And it's like a business. So today your sales might be down, okay? But the next day you might triple your profit. If you don't show up, if you don't open the door tomorrow, you don't have that chance. Like Walmart, if they have a bad day, they're not going to just say, you know what, we're going to stop selling all of our products because you know what, no one showed up today. They're not going to do that. They're going to always keep the door open. That's your job as a trader. Keep the door open. Keep your trades coming in. So let's go. So first candle, Monday, you could see we had an inside open here. So we opened inside. We had a nice little push down and we had this big wick right here. So that big wick gave us a sign that this could be a potential short opportunity. So we took our fib from our high to our low like this. And we popped right back up here, guys, the 618. Almost got stopped out. So you could see the high of this wick was 39582. And the high of this candle is 39580. So on SPY, by 2 cents, you did not get stopped out, by 2 cents. And then we flushed. Okay. However, on futures, for some reason, could be a glitch, but on futures, it did break the high. So anyone using futures contracts got stopped out. Anyone using options was able to stay in the position or shares. And that's weird because you don't normally see that. But because it was a short week, I suspected that there was some kind of glitch or some kind of manipulation, to be honest. So unfortunately, this one right here, that morning leg, if you did catch it, that went for 14 points. Nice little pullback, stop loss protection, taking you back down. And then from there, we had our short trigger, which was right around here. So we came back into our short trigger right there, flushed. Took a little bit of time, and then we got the flush. Okay. So right after that, morning leg, short trigger was for about 5 points, and then the afternoon leg was flat. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll show you the afternoon leg. So now we go again here, high to low, like that. Continue. Tagged our 618 there, sold off for a bit. Then we pop right back up. And then eventually into the close, we kind of went sideways here. So I'm counting that trade as basically flat. So you can see we ended right here, pretty near the 618. So a flat trade. So overall, if you did catch the morning leg, good. But if you were on futures, you got stopped out. So I'm basically saying this day as flat, like a 0 day, or a small loser, maybe a 5-point loser on this day. And I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. Like, I don't know why futures and SPY are supposed to be the same. They're both the SP 500. Just they're both the same instrument. The only difference is one is overnight. One has overnight capabilities. One doesn't. Right. So it could be a Tradingview glitch. Could be a broker glitch. I had no idea, but that happened, and that's going to happen maybe once or twice a year. So you have to factor that in too in trading. Sometimes it's not going to go your way, and I know a lot of people were very discouraged with that. But don't let that be the reason you don't come back the next day and hit the $3,000 day. Don't let that discourage you, because there's always another opportunity. All right. So that was the recap for the week, my friends. Overall, 78 points on the table, $3,900 on one contract. Obviously, if you're trading with a lot more size, there's a lot more opportunity. Most of these gains came from Tuesday. That's very important. You don't know which day is going to be your winner. Tuesday was the day. We're locked and loaded. We hit our winner. Week was made. So always move on to the next trade and be ready for the next opportunity. Okay? So there we go. So hit me with an 8 if that recap was good. Did you enjoy it? All makes sense. And what we're going to do now, we're going to look at the swing trade setup for next week. We're going to do some giveaways at the end. I'm going to go into interactive brokers. We're going to look at positions. I already did the position size, but we're going to look at futures. Okay. So we also have the triggers for futures. So I saw somebody asking about the triggers. We also have the triggers for futures. Okay. So the trigger we have, this is for SPY right here. And then this one is for futures. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. So the swing trade we have for this week is AMD. So AMD, guys, the last time AMD showed up on my radar was this double inside bar back in August, which led to a huge sell-off. So we're kind of in a similar situation with AMD. We had a doji back in August. We had a doji back here last 2 weeks ago, and now we have an inside bar. So AMD is going to be my swing pick for this week. I already posted the entry and the stop loss for the army. So I'm going to share this one with you guys for free this week. But if you want to join the community, note that every single week I post these swing trades. So these are my triggers: 77.94, looking for the 80 calls, 72.51. If it breaks that level, I'm looking for the 70 puts 1 to 2 weeks out. All right. So I'm going to share that with the community for free today. But if you guys want to get these swing trades, I do at least one high quality pick every week. You can just hit join on the channel. $3.99 for the first month, then $4.99 after. Google has a 20% off promotion. You get the swing trades every week, and you get other perks. You get the army logo and all that. Okay. And then I also do a newsletter whenever I see a lot of setups in the market. At the end of the month, if there's a lot of setups, I'll do a newsletter. Okay. So if you guys are interested to join, just hit that join button on the channel. All right. So I'm gonna link this to you right there. Hopefully that works, and then you guys can check that out. But yeah, AMD. I love playing AMD. It's a volatile stock. You don't have to put in a lot of money to get a lot of reward. So I'm looking for that next week. It's all going to depend on tomorrow, to be honest, because like we said, with futures, we're already gapping down. So there's a potential that AMD might already gap down tomorrow and be below our trigger. In that case, what you can do is an opening range breakout, or you can wait for the level to retest your entry. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, you guys want me to go into the broker and show you how you can set that up? Hit me with a 2. All I need you guys to do is this. I'm going to share my interactive broker link with you on a guide for conditional orders. Okay. So just click on this link. I'm going to link it it's in the description of this video, but I'm also going to link it in the chat right now. So this one is conditional orders right here. Okay. I'm going to link it in the chat right now. So just click on that, and we're going to go through and we're going to look at the order entry. All right. Paul, my brother, welcome to the Trading Wars Army, guys. Let's welcome Paul with the TW Army Spy VIP. Welcome, Paul. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. When you have the guide open, hit me with a 10 and we will start. Okay. So this is my paper trading account in Interactive Brokers. You guys can go ahead and open a paper trading account. and you can play around with the orders. This is the layout that I like. I like having the chart on the right, and then I keep it very simple. Order entry at the bottom, portfolio, monitor here, watch list, all of this right there. Okay. And then the orders, the trades, the summary when you actually take a trade. Okay. So what I'm going to show you guys now is how you can set up conditional orders with using the demo. And obviously you can use this in your real account, but I encourage you, before you do that, please make sure you do some tests and make sure you have access and all that stuff. And don't risk anything until you really understand how you put in these orders. Okay. And keep your risk small. Always keep the risk small, especially when you're doing conditional. Keep your risk small. All right. So let's go into this. Okay. So AMD. So here's an example. So we want to short below 72.51 with the 70 puts. So we just go in here. You can go to your watch list, type in AMD, hit enter, go to options. And so 2 weeks out, let's go to the 16th. We'll go for 70 puts. So this is the calls, this is the puts. So you can click on that. Then you can right click and hit order ticket. The order ticket is where you put in the actual condition. Okay. So you can go here. What I like to do is press market, because you don't know what the price of the option is going to be when it triggers. So you can guess, but especially if I'm going to keep this in for multiple days, I'm just going to leave it at market. So you want to make sure, like, look at the bid and ask spread on AMD. You see how it's really tight? It's only 2 cents. I don't mind getting a little bit of slippage on this because the spread is tight, but you don't want to be doing this with spreads that are wide, because then you're going to get filled at the bad price. You're going to get filled at the ask or the bid, depending on which direction you're going. And you might already be losing money as soon as you get into the trade. All right. Hit me with the truth. That makes sense. What does the green red shading on the fib chart mean? Green and red shading. I'm not sure which shading you're talking about. All right. So you go in here, you go to condition, and you just add the price. You can do anything. So you could set an order that says, all right, after 20 minutes or 30 minutes at the open, then trigger me on these puts. Okay. You could do that. You could do volume. You could do so much things. But what I like to do is price. Okay. So price next, AMD, enter, stock. And I want the price to be less than, go back here to the YouTube, 72.51. Okay, so 72.51. And then I just hit finish. AMD, December 16, 2020, 70 puts. It's in the broker there. It's ready to rock and roll. And it has an underlying condition. Okay, hit with a 5, that makes sense. So I think what you're asking about is these triggers. So let me go ahead and get that 1 second here. So are you talking about, let's go to this. Are you talking about this red and that green? So the red is the area for your stop loss. The solid line in the middle is your entry, and the green is the area for your profit. So if you're in the red side, once you get into the trade, you're underwater. If you're in the green side, you're positive. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So that's how you do it. I want to do some more interactive broker guides with you guys. I'm going to do some more in the future. So go ahead and hit me with a 10. If you like that, that's a little tip. It took me a long time to learn that, actually. I had to call interactive brokers and sit down with them. And you guys know I'm a partner now. And one of the things I'm trying to do is make their platform a little bit easier. They are very cheap in commissions. They're very fast with fills. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. And I feel comfortable putting my money in there because a multi-billion-dollar company, which has been around for a long time. And I know other traders that use it. So we kind of like made a deal that I would try to teach more of these tools that I use to the community. So if you click on the link, it shows them that we have a community that's interested, and it helps me. So click on the link, guys, and read up some of those guides. I'll continue to do these. All right. All right. So what else do we have? I wanted to talk about Oracle with the big box, small box strategy. So it's right here. I'm going to go through it extremely quickly. So we made $3,000 on Oracle. Let's go back to the daily chart and talk about why. So on Oracle, guys, We entered this trade on Tuesday. We used the inside bar breakout on Monday. So this is what we call the big box, small box. So let me go ahead to the 5-minute chart and I'll show you. So here's the big box. So that's the price action that came in on Friday. And then here is the small box, which is the inside bar. Okay. So the inside bar is always going to be inside, right? So this is what we see visually. So this is why I wanted to trade Oracle on Tuesday, and we're able to make like $3,000. What was it? 2,890, something like that. 2,905. And I posted this one on Twitter. So I got to go back a little bit here. I post picks on Twitter every single day, guys. So make sure you're following along with the Twitter. You can always get free daily picks. And then I post more advanced plans in the Discord. But you can definitely get started with this. So Oracle 79.98 was our long trigger. So let's go back here. 79.98 right there. Double click on that. Take it up a notch and make it green. Boom, right there. So what I'm trying to do here, guys, is I'm using this green line, and I'm basically saying once Oracle breaks this green line, I'm expecting it to break this box. I'm expecting it to push into the box, because what happens is when the price action gets tighter and tighter, there's more traps. So for example, you could see on Friday it was a big range. On Monday, it was a tight range. So now anybody that went long or short, their options are decaying. Different things are happening. They're getting impatient. So stop losses are set based on this 2-day range. So now what we're looking for on the Tuesday is to break it, okay, to break up. So that's why we take that trigger. And notice I'm not waiting for the box to break. I'm getting in before the box even breaks. So that way I have a better ability to make more profit, okay? So next bar comes in right here. Boom, you can see it fills us right there on the candle within the first 5 minutes. We go sideways for a little bit here, guys, and then we shoot right up. That's what we want to see. That's how you make $3,000 in an hour. But the daily chart is what gave me the edge, because I was able to see the contraction. And that's the only strategy in terms of like automated stuff that I use for triggers with the stocks. It's always big box, small box. Okay. Or it could be an outside bar. Hit me with the 3 if that makes sense. And we're going to wrap up right here. We're going to do some giveaways and we're going to move on. So just a heads up, right now, if we go to the daily chart on futures, you could see we gapped down. So we gapped down on futures, which is pretty interesting, because whenever there's a gap on a Sunday, volatility can increase for the rest of the week, because there's going to be people that are waking up to potentially being trapped. There's people that are going to wake up tomorrow, 9:30. They're going to be like, why is my stock down 5%, 2%, 3%, whatever? Why are my calls negative, right? And that's going to create a lot of volatility for tomorrow. So this is a very important area now to watch. This high. Okay, so the high of this candle is 40.24. That is where the shorts have already attempted to start. They want that to be the high of the week. Okay, they're already trying to build it. So if I go to the weekly chart, you can see this candle is being formed. And last week, it makes it even more crazy because we had an inside week. Okay, so what they're trying to do is break this whole, they're trying to break that range. So we had a big box, small box on the weekly chart. So these strategies are happening in fractal nature. 1 minute, 5 minute, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. And the bigger time frame, the bigger the explosion can be, because now you have institutions involved. Now you have bigger triggers involved, right? So we have to pay attention to this level, 40.24. If the bulls can't get over that within a few days, there's a potential that that's the high of the week, and we're trying to break the inside bar from last week and have a sell-off. So let's see. Sometimes these fades will get bought up because institutions want to come in, and you can see the price was right around 4,000. Okay, right around 4,000 is where we're kind of bottoming right now. And for some institutions, that might be where they want to be going into the end of the year. So let's see. Very important to watch these levels going in for tomorrow. Okay, I don't really do after hours futures analysis, but hit me with a 1 if you like that. And please leave in the comments if you enjoy the futures commentary, and if you want to take some trades after hours on futures, like on a Sunday night, we could take a trade together. Even if we paper trade it together, it doesn't matter. But I could show you some things if you guys are interested. But I don't want to overwhelm you. This video is already 45 minutes long, right? That's something I have to figure out, how to find a good balance. All right. Okay. So that's it. The last thing I want to do is some giveaways. As always, guys, check me out, tradingwars.com. If you get any one of my 3 books, you can come trade with us live tomorrow for 30 days, and you get our premium indicators, the Nirvana and Golden indicators for life, one-time charge. Everything I talk about, this triangle system, is in this book, SP 500 Options Mastery. We have our fibs, we have our orb, and we have our triggers. So this is a really good recap of everything I just talked about with good examples, options, everything. I talk about futures, risk management. Really, really good book. I'm very proud to have written this one and the other one here. The stock options trading, for those that love stocks, this is what we call the drill down method. It's a really kind of a different approach I took to drilling down and swing trading. Or you can sign up right here on the main page if you're interested for the monthly subscription. Otherwise than that, thank you very much. Let's do some giveaways to wrap this up, and then we'll move on. All right. Okay. All right. So I did a video on YouTube a few days ago, and it went really, really well, guys. This video, 5 critical rules of profitable trading that every beginner should follow. You could see that it's like 1,000 more views than my average view count for the time that it's been uploaded, only 4 days. And I want to thank you guys. I really wanted to focus on, if I were a beginner again, how could I become profitable the quickest? Well, what rules? So check that video out if you didn't. So I'm going to click on that video right now, and we have 84 comments. I'm going to link this video right now. Go ahead and leave a comment on that video, and then I'm going to pick a winner from there. So I'll give you guys like a minute. Go ahead and leave a comment there, okay? Amazing video. Thank you very much. Like I wanted to do something for the beginner audience. I'm very technical. I've been trading for a very long time, and sometimes things that are simple to me, I don't even realize that some people are not even, they don't understand that. And I realize when I talk to people in the Discord, they come to me and like, they ask me questions that I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should just do a video, because I'm sure a lot of people have the same questions. So that's why I went ahead here and I did these 5 critical rules. So check that out. All right. So let's go ahead here and let's see how much we have. My Discord, they see that we have 103 comments. So let's go ahead and do the random number generator. I just hope this is not like number 56 or something in the middle. All right, here we go. Number 21. All right, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this brother right here, love the recaps. Videos like this are very helpful. So Matt DRZ, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Matt Dr. Zuch. That's my best attempt. So you are the winner, brother. Thank you very much for leaving a comment. I really, really appreciate that. And I appreciate the support on this video. We do giveaways every Sunday. Guys, you have a good chance to win. There's only like 100 comments. Sometimes there's only like 50 comments, 40 comments. So you have a good chance to win. So for those of you that continue to support, leave your comments. Eventually, you're going to hit something. All right. So you are the winner, brother. DM me, email me, Discord. It's a brother right here, Matt, right here. You are the winner. Congrats. And I'll take care of you. I'm going to do another giveaway tomorrow. So stick around. Come out tomorrow for the daily stream, and I'll go ahead and do another one tomorrow. What else? That's pretty much it. The only thing I wanted to say was I realized that YouTube started this tag thing. So a scammer already took Trading Wars. So I don't know why YouTube would do that. Like why they wouldn't just give me the Trading Wars tag. Instead, they gave me Trading Wars 1654 or something. So I had to go ahead and change it. And I changed it to Trading Wars Official because all the scammers already took my Trading Wars tags. And what they're doing is they're commenting and they're saying, you know, send me a note, blah, 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 or let's chat, or WhatsApp, Telegram. Just know, guys, everything that I do is through www.tradingwars.com. I am Trading Wars Official. That's my tag. And you know, it's pretty sad that that's how it is. The scammers took my tag, but They're persistent, guys. So don't get scammed. No crypto, no WhatsApp, no Telegram, no Instagram. Only on tradingwars.com. You know the Twitter. Check me out. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to leave a comment. You have a chance to win. Subscribe as well so you get the notifications. Take care, guys. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care.